everyone. Today we are going to start the second chapter, Principles of Management, which is the most important chapter and a very huge chapter in this whole year. Okay, first let us know the meaning of management, that is, principles of management. Management principles are broad and general guidelines which helps the management in decision making. So, in the way of doing any kind of decision, maybe of making any rules, regulations, forming any rules and regulations, or doing something new, it gives a general guidelines, but it is not the full or final decisions. What it makes is it gives just a decision where we can apply it in our organization, maybe by changing making small changes and applying it, and so on we can go on for working. So that is what the principles of management. Under that there are some theories, that is principles of management by Henry Fayol, scientific management by F.W. Taylor, and the functional foremanship of F.W. Taylor. So these are the three most important concepts in this whole chapter. That is, it is very huge. So first, I am going to begin with scientific management, which will be asked for 4 marks. For that 4 marks, you need to write a small history about F.W. Taylor, and then go on explaining that. Only the 4 points. So in that, application of a science for each and every element of management is known as scientific management. So scientific management what says that application of science for each and every element, whatever the element is there in your organization, it says that there must be an application of science. So to do any work in an organization, we must use a science in that. So let us know full theory now. That first one, principle, like who has been given this principle, what is the need of this principle, his history, everything is I have gonna explain now. So first one, it is given by Frederick Winslow Taylor, that is F.W. Taylor. His full name is Frederick Winslow Taylor. That is a very important, keep in mind his name, which is also known as scientific management. So given by Frederick Winslow Taylor, who is also known as father of scientific management. Father of scientific management is F.W. Taylor. So he is the father of scientific management. So next part is, let us know the whole history about the F.W. Taylor. It is just in the small form. You can write just 1 or 2 points among this. So F.W. Taylor was a mechanical engineer. So his theories are based on the whatever the factory works are there. So only the theory is based on the factory work. He wrote an article, The Principles of Scientific Management, published in 1911. Taylor proposed scientific management in the place of rule of thumb. That means the whole theory is based on the science is a rule of thumb. So in the words of Taylor, scientific management means knowing exactly what you want men to do and seeing that they do in the best and cheapest way. So what F.W. Taylor says that whatever the work is there in an organization, we must do it in the very effective and efficient manner with the men what we have, and seeing that they are doing it in the best way, but it should be in the very cheapest way. In that first point is science is not a rule of thumb. That is the first point. Science is not rule of thumb. So the work assigned to any work, it should be observed, analyzed, and that observation decides in what way of performing the job. That means a worker can do the work in any other ways. Maybe he can do the work, any work way he can do it in the 1 or 2 process. So in the same way, another worker can take such a long time, or he can take a very long time. So we must observe how we can do the work, or what is the best way of doing the work. But there is not only a one single way of doing the work, but there is a different ways of doing the work. But we need to observe that, and we need to adopt the best and cheapest way of doing the work. The next second point is harmony not discord. Harmony not discord means there should not be any misunderstanding between the workers of an organization. So we know that there are three different levels of organization, that is top level, middle level and lower level or operational level. So there should not be any misunderstanding between any of this level. So each and every person must know that each and every levels of employees are important in an organization, so as higher level authorities should cooperate with the lower levels, also the middle levels, and lower level employees should also mingle with the higher authorities and see that they can achieve their goals. So misunderstanding between management and employees, both should realize that each and everyone is important. Each and every person in an organization is very important to achieve their goals. So next point, cooperation not individualism. So cooperation not individualism means, see, when it comes for an organizational work, it is clearly known that there must be a coordination between the employees who are working in a team or between each and every person. So complete cooperation between the labor and the management in interest instead of individualism. So that means not only one person is taking all the credit of the persons who are going to work, but he must give the credit for each and every person. So in the same way, he must listen the other workers and say and say them what should be done and what should not be done. And if he should take the suggestions, like higher level authority should take the suggestions of the lower level. So it what it happens is, so they create an coordination, and there will be a trust between the peoples, and also they should give appraisal and they should appreciate the suggestions. If it works in a very well manner, they should appreciate the person and should be rewarded, so that the enthusiasm to work will be increased. So this is what the cooperation not individual. Each and every person in an organization should work together and see that their work is going to be done in a very well manner. Next, fourth last point is development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. So that means for each and every person there must be training. The training should be provided so that they can learn, they can develop themselves as a consequence of scientific approach. So if the training is given for every person, he can work in a very better manner and a very well manner, so that he can do his work in a very in a greatest way. So that is what this theory says, development of each and every individual. Each and every individual must be developed. Each and every person should get a well training, and he must have a goal achieving, so then his efficiency can be increased. So all this will be explained in this theory. So what this theory mainly says is, this theory says doing the work in a very effective and efficient and a very cheapest manner with the help of coordination, appraisal and training. So when there is a training, coordination, we can achieve anything in our organization. So this is the most important theory which will be asked for 4 marks in your examination. Do concentrate on these chapters.